It's Katie Petit of KatiePetitDesigns.com, and I'm excited to be here today to walk you through my final color swatch collection for 49andMarket. It's a wonderful color. It's on trend. It's not bright, but it is happy and it is versatile, and it will go with everything from fall to spring to summer and winter too. So let's get started here. We've got Color Swatch Terracotta. It's a beautiful color, reminiscent of the garden and your clay pots, and something fresh and exciting. So I'm gonna walk you through the whole collection, give you some of my thoughts behind it, and show you all the bits and pieces that you're gonna want to have. All right, let's get started. Okay, let's get started. We have the 49andMarket Color Swatch Terracotta. And have to ask, do you say terracotta or terracotta? It's kind of been a big discussion, and I'm gonna go with terracotta at this point, but I kind of like the way terracotta sounds too. So anyway, let's get started. The 12 by 12 collection pack contains 10 double-sided papers, and you've got 2 of each. So there are 5 different main papers and 5 different back sides, and you get 2 of each, plus you get the bonus pattern on the back, which is a ditzy vintage design with lots of texture. So let's take a look here. So we've got the one side with the botanical across the bottom and a contrasting stripe on the back. So you can see lots of layers of texture as always in these papers with a canvas texture. Some of my pencil line drawings are in here. Bits of vintage newsprint are blended in with this really lovely botanical. I really love this color. This color is great for outdoors, for fall, for winter, even for summer. It's a really great, almost neutral, but not. All right, and that one, I should say, it's just, these are just numbered. So this is paper number 1 if you're looking for the papers in your store. This one is paper number 2 on a vintage neutral light colored background. We've got some botanicals, butterflies, a color palette, all mixed in. And again, I did the painted kind of center to help you anchor your project. And on the back side of this one, it's a really pretty botanical wash tonal design with some vintage textbook blended into it. All right, and now we have paper number 3. And I just love this design. A good mix of different botanicals, and on the back side is kind of a modern vintage pattern. And kind of reminds me of, what is that, mid-century modern? Am I right? I don't know. I'm not a mid-century person, but I see it on HGTV all the time. All right, so again, this has some beautiful botanicals and some type in the background, lots of texture, and this geometric mid-century modern pattern is on your backside. Paper number 4 has a mix of botanicals and butterflies down the side with lots of paint and texture and typography. And the back side of this sheet is a textured solid, kind of a light neutral terracotta, not the intense clay pot kind of look, but more muted. And then in our final sheet, paper 5, this one is a little bit more saturated, like a terracotta pot. And there's botanicals and even hummingbirds in this one. And then you can see a tonal design of butterflies and botanicals. And then we have a lovely textured, darker solid on the back side. Okay, so that completes the color swatch terracotta that I designed for 49andMarket, and you'll want to be looking for it in your stores. And let's keep going with all of the element packs. All right, before we get into the element packs, let's go through the 6x8 collection pack. There are 18 double-sided papers, 6 different designs, and you get 3 of each, plus your bonus on the back side of the cover. So we'll lay them out here. These are 3 of the one design, and the back side has the stripe on it. And then we have the lighter background, and the back side of this has the tonal botanical wash. This more classic vintage botanical, and the back side of this one has the mid-century modern pattern. It's always like a surprise. This is my first time going through them, and I don't know how they have sorted them. So, and here we have the butterflies down the side, mixed in with the botanical. And the back side is the more neutral textured solid. Here we have our deep and rich design in the terracotta background. And the back side of this, again, is the deeper color, solid texture of the terracotta. And here we have another botanical on a light colored background. And the back side of this is the tonal pattern. And then we have our bonus paper on the back side of the cover sheet. So here's our back cover, and here is the bonus paper. All right, so that completes the terracotta 6x8 collection pack. The terracotta collection also has its own little tote bag. If you're collecting all the tote bags I've designed, this is a cute one. I love the background color. I love the terracotta. And inside, you're going to have your exclusive enamel dots. And then, of course, it comes with a charm. And the charm background color this time, of course, is terracotta. And each side is the same no matter which way you flip it. Okay, so that is the project tote. Let's take a look at the terracotta laser cut elements. So you've got 114 different laser cut elements in this pack. And there is also a bonus fussy cut sheet on the back side of the cover. So let's take a look here. Our first sheet is mostly botanicals and leaves and butterflies, all the naturalistic elements of the collection. And then the second sheet, these are all kind of flipping off, gotta be careful, has all of the bits and pieces and the ephemera and sentiments and tags and whatnot. And there's even some rickrack this time. All right, so that is the terracotta laser cuts. And let's just keep going, okay? We have got the terracotta frame set. You can see them on the back side here. They are assorted sizes of faux stitching frames. If you really want the stitching, be sure you look for the original stitched frames I designed for 49 back probably like 2021, I think, and those had real stitching on them, and I would think are a collector's item by now. I hoard them myself, afraid to use them. But these have the faux stitching, some have the stripe in the layer, and some are solid in a variety of sizes to suit your types of projects, whether you prefer the smaller photos or the larger. So that is the frame set. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have the Terracotta Ephemera Stackers. So this is 60 pieces of assorted ephemera, and there are a couple of different paper weights. So you are going to have some of the papers are going to be heavy, and some of them are going to be lighter to give you a mix for tearing and scoring and folding and all that kind of stuff. So like the ticket and stuff, that's heavy. Let's see what we can find in here of what's a little lighter. I'm not finding it. Got to keep looking. There should be some somewhere. All right, they must still be in here. We've got our heavyweight ephemera piece. Yes, here we go. So these pieces are lighter. So if you can see comparatively, that's really thick, and this is more of a text weight. And so are these little pieces you are going to find here. Okay, so that is 60 assorted pieces of the Terracotta Ephemera Stackers. And it's just a great mix of little elements for stacking of your ephemera and photos. All right, I'm gonna keep going. All right, here, I'm not gonna open this one because when I opened the acetate over my soapstone background, it's just so dark. So this has 74 acetate pieces. You can see them on the back side here. Lots of painted botanicals, some of the palette strips, and butterflies. So a unique mix for this collection that I'm sure you will enjoy. And then finally, I think this is finally, yeah, is the Terracotta Rubons. So you can see the back side here. We've got 3 6x12 sheets. So we've got the botanicals, pencil line painted, some really splashy palettes, text splashes, more different ones here. I did a larger botanical with a title page behind it for a more kind of classic look. If you're into putting rub-ons on decorative items, this one would probably look really nice on some fabric or a bag. And then our final sheet has the ledger grid, some sentiments, and some edgers. So that, my friends, concludes the Terracotta, Color Swatch Terracotta collection that I've designed for 49andMarket. It is the last of my color swatch with them. And be sure you like and subscribe and follow along so you can follow me as I continue my creative journey. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again here real soon.